contract stipulate that he had to pay back if he didn't fulfill the contract?
Dan, contracts are made to be broken. It's just the bottom line. It's so funny that everybody, and so many Detroiters seem to side with the Lions over Calvin Johnson, which I don't quite understand. I don't side with the billionaires. You don't want to side with the millionaire. I guess I get it. But in this situation, Calvin wanted to be traded. The Lions would not allow it, just like Barry probably wanted to be traded. The Lions would not allow it, okay? So if you want to talk about contract, that's fine. But every other stud in the NFL, when the time comes, they can force their way out of town. Lions did not allow that for Calvin Johnson, but they did for Matthew Stafford. You don't think he's got a right to be miffed about that?
Well, and you talk about, who the everyday Joe sides with. It's just so funny that the Fords want to pay Calvin money that they previously took away, but they want to do it on a payment plan. Like, if you and I got to make a purchase that's pretty hefty, we do it on a payment plan. The idea that the Fords are going to do a 3-year payment plan for Calvin Johnson, if there's anybody that can afford to pay him up front, cash only, it's the Ford family. And people are like, hey, it's a hard time for them. I'm on their side. Really?
Well, wait. They are into finance. Hey, what kind of interest rate can I get, Calvin?
Guys,
we looking at 3.4?
It's a chip shortage.
Yeah, there you go.
They're on the vaccines.
Oh, boy. 97.1.
We were all crushed when colon cancer took Jamie Samuelson from us. Jamie Samuelson Night at Comerica Park is August 17th when the Tigers play the Angels. Special ticket packages include a $5 donation to provide colonoscopy screenings to those who can't get one. Details at 971theticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
We are brought to you by Moran Buick GMC. Detroit Lions signing free agent corner Nickel Roby Coleman while waiving safety D'Angelo Amos. Coleman has a history of the Lions defensive backs coach Aubrey Pleasant from the Rams from 2017 to 19. He's best known for being the defensive back on the infamous blown pass interference call in the 2019 NFC title game won by the Rams over the Saints. Lions' first preseason game Friday night against Buffalo. Head coach Dan Campbell expects the starters to play only the first quarter. Former Lion, the late Charles Rogers, headlines the 2021 Michigan State Athletics Hall of Fame class. Still holds many Spartan receiving records despite only playing from 2000 to 2002. 54 and 60 Tigers begin a 3-game set at 38 and 72 Baltimore tonight. First pitch at 7:05 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Casey Mize going for Detroit. Keegan Aiken for the Orioles. Meanwhile, NBA news, Luka Doncic signing a 5-year, $207 million extension with the Dallas Mavericks. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson. For more, 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Good morning, guys. Got the day off today. Jim Costa filling in. Tom is sitting in as well. Cub, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. We've got Heather as always. Heather.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Man,
morning.
we're on fumes around here.
I was going to say, anybody's left.
This last call, man. Be Craig next. So I have not been in this studio since last fall when I had to fill in someone. We were dealing with all this stuff with Jamie, and I have not been in this studio with Heather Park since March of 2019.
That was one of my first questions as soon as I got here. Are you going to come to the studio with us today? Because normally you're in another one. I'm like, that's going to be so strange.
Well, it's a 3-person limit in here because somehow 3's better than, 4 is all of a sudden when we start getting sick.
Yeah.
Right.
But seriously, it's
glad
awesome.
you're
It's
in
great
here.
to be in here with you again. I mean, it's so weird. It's like, I was trying to think, what has this been like? And the best I can say is that I think that movie, Her. My relationship with Heather has been like the movie Her, minus the romantic side of things.
For clarifying.
I've only seen that movie once. I don't know exactly how it ended, but they have a conversation over, the phone or over, some device or
She
something.
is, not a real person. She's, So Heather, I just don't take offense to it. You are very much real.
But I
You're
see
giving a virtual
non-existent.
presence in my life, pretty
Yes.
much. I've seen you in the
into whether it's the Lions' latest announcement for their preseason game. We will do it at 6:35. We've got this must-watch game tonight. Is it possible for something to be both hopelessly insignificant, but also a must-watch? We will get into that as the show rolls on here. But it's funny, Tom, you were talking about some of the construction we've got going on, and it's everywhere you turn right now.
Yeah, so obviously, I live down south of the airport and the 275 thing's happening, but I kind of wanted to set this up with just yesterday and a role that Jim is going to have at the station here is that he is going to be part of the Detroit Lions broadcast. The pregame was Stoney, and then he's going to be doing scoreboard updates and hosting a little pre and post as well on the network with Dan Miller and stuff, so it's exciting. So we had a major meeting yesterday that kept Jim here way longer than he wanted to be.
Well, you got used to getting up in the morning, and then you're like, hey, can you stay a couple hours later? Yeah, sure. Anything you need.
So, I obviously part of that, and I've been off the show quite a bit trying to set up the Lions as the first preseason game on the ticket again is this Friday night. So it's super exciting. We're getting this all done. So the later that I leave and then doing these 9 to 5ers, I've been into the normal traffic drive, which sucks. All right. Don't ever complain about getting up early, Heather, again, because this construction is absolutely out of control. And I just kind of wanted to reach out to people out there because I know it's all over the place in Metro Detroit right now. A lot of side roads, too. And we need this. Look, I'm a proponent and not complaining really about this to a degree. I'm going to complain some. But, it is to try to get anywhere. It's like if I try to go back roads, which I had to do one day last week because there's accidents all over in the construction on 275. The back roads are being worked on, and they need to be and stuff. But I was just curious, and I want to throw it out there. Maybe we can have a 1-800 complaint line here for just a second. Are you starting to tap out a little bit on the construction in the area, and what's the worst you're dealing with right now?
Well, and I think too, because last year most people weren't on the road, you kind of forgot about just how bad it can get in the summer and late summer. And you're right, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Our roads need to get fixed. Right. So this is what has to happen. People have to start working on the roads if they're going to fix the roads. The one that's getting me right now, you talk about being a little further south. I'm a little more north. That sinkhole on 75 that they've got the whole thing shut down. Like, Heather, you know what I'm talking about.
I know, 75 for me is the worst. Because where I'm living, especially when I have to go to Tigers games, there's ways I can avoid it, okay?
But everybody else is taking those too.
But I take 75, and it is awful. So now you got this sinkhole, but then you got all the other construction on top of that, on the top of the sinkhole. It sucks.
So 275, I get off at South Huron Road, which is like two exits south of Metro. That's right where it starts, and it's one lane each way, and that's only going to last into September, I think. Mm-hmm. And hey, they are busting it out there. They're working 12-hour days out there, and they're going to have it done. But the backups are ridiculous in the morning for people. And now the 2-lane has started on northbound, starting at the airport to M14, and that's where the major reconstruction is going to happen, where they're actually redoing the freeway completely. So if you're going to the airport, I'd take the Southfield or Telegraph or something like that. Once that really starts, they haven't started doing it southbound yet, but I've noticed when I've been coming home, especially in these later hours, that the northbound, which is down to 2 lanes there, is backed up like off and on all the way from 94 to M14, which is, you're talking 12, 15 miles there.
Well, and then you talk about what that does to your commute time. I mean, just how many minutes it adds to it. And then, like Heather said, well, you try to find alternate routes, you try to go side streets or main streets, and everybody else is thinking the same thing you are. Now you're waiting the same distance with red lights.
Exactly.
You're not doing any better.
But it's the Doug Karsh method a little bit, where at least you're moving. And I'm like that. Even though it may take longer, I'm moving, so therefore it makes me happy.
And it doesn't feel like you're taking as long when you actually move. You don't realize it, but sometimes it does. I just plan ahead, add extra 20 minutes to my commute.
Well, the worst is if you don't think about it, because you're doing a million different things, and you realize you got to go somewhere, you got a place to be. You get in the car, you don't realize, I didn't even plan for this extra 25 minutes that it's going to take me to get there.
It's kind of fitting, though, like with our sports scene around here right now.
Yeah.
Because it's under major reconstruction, and there's things being fixed all over the place right now. And then there's the hope factor, where it feels like we're turning the corner a little bit.
See, I actually think I'm more hopeful that a Detroit sports team's going to break through than I'm going to have clean paved roads. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, it's just growing up here, that's what you deal with. You never feel like you truly get ahead in terms of the roads being pristine. It's just upkeep at this point. Whereas I feel more confident that the Detroit sports team could actually deliver as opposed to having the roads perfect.
The other big one they did, a few years ago was the 275 up here, from 6 Mile to 696. They completely did that major reconstruction. They shut down one side, then they shut down the other and did it. And they got it done in like 6 months. And I love that because I thought that was the way to get it done quicker and stuff. But, I mean, when they reconstruct these roads, they didn't change that setup at all. Like, why didn't they expand?
You're saying where you go
more
like 8 Mile 275 is just as, it's wide because you have so many cars, but it's so busy.
Right, exactly. But my point was like, why didn't they add another lane when they were going to completely reconstruct this
You're already doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, hello, let's use some common sense. We got to expand here. Because if you go to other major cities, they got like 8-lane highways. Like you drive through Atlanta, they got the commuter lane.
Yes.
I mean, and they're still backed up. So it's crazy, man. It was frustrating to kind of be back in that, normal 9-to-5 commuter thing where the frustration from people. And I'm like, how can people do this every single day? It's just crazy.
Well, when you do this, you get up early enough, you avoid it. You kind of take for granted. You don't realize what people are dealing with 8:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning on their way into work.
And one of the things I would always judge on, okay, how's the commute going today for people? Like when we're doing our normal shows, you look out the window here and you can see 696. And if it was crawling, you knew, something's going on up there. And if it was moving, not. Well, when COVID started, and I was allowed to start coming back in the office, I'd look out there. It's like once in a while you just see a car go flying by, and it's like there was nothing.
That
And like
was the weirdest.
all of a sudden, like even in rush hour out here, it's starting to back up occasionally and stuff because you can tell people are going back to work. Obviously.
Couple messages on the ticket text already about this. One says Google Map is your friend, but people are complaining, to your point, Tom, about their drive in. This one says, guys, I'm so sick of this construction. My commute from Rockwood to Ann Arbor with this 275 construction is about 30 minutes longer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like trying to overstate this. It's pretty bad down there right now. I mean, there's tons of semi traffic, and they're not taking the detour, like from south. So it's really got to be so frustrating for people. And there's been numerous accidents every day because I think people still want to drive normal. And they're not.
They do.
They're not.
Sure.
I saw a headline that people are driving faster on the side streets because, to your point, they want to get there faster. They're used to driving faster.
It's just the bottom line is you got to leave earlier right now, period, because it's 20 minutes plus down there at least.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron says drive from Lake Orion to Highland Park, 6 a.m. to 3 Monday through Friday. It sucks.
Yeah, and they got the Big Beaver problem then probably with the 70. You never want a Big Beaver problem. 248-539-9797. We'll keep collecting some of your complaints about the construction for your commute. Heather's got news when we come back.
Oh, I've got all sorts of news, and I have one story I'm excited to tell you about. I don't know if you saw this video, but it's trending of the Dodgers Batgirl. She might have a new career in her future because she did something pretty incredible over the weekend.
This is awesome.
It is awesome.
Coming up next, Heather with the news. It's 97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Accident-free on the drive this morning, but traffic volumes beginning to build in the work zone. 75 southbound approaching Big Beaver and 275 between South Huron Road and 94. There's also a lane shift scheduled for 275 northbound today, from the left lane being open to the right lane being open. Have you gotten your COVID vaccine yet? Find yours at michigan.gov/COVID vaccine or text your zip code to 438829. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The D Las Vegas is a great place when you want to get away and have a good time. I mean, Vegas, who doesn't want to have a good time? Everybody has a good time in Vegas. I mean, you gamble, there's hot babes on the tables at the D. It's just a lot of fun. And best bang for your buck, absolutely. Listen, if you're going to the D, you want to play golf, they'll hook you up with all the good tea times. You want to eat, switch over cars on the Italian Steakhouse right there at the D, and a little more casual, American Coney Island right there as well. Plus the Long Bar. Lots of fun going on at the Long Bar. Bartenders putting on a show for you. The owner, our buddy, Derek Stevens, hangs out there. Tell him we sent you. He just might get you a cocktail. He got a new sports betting facility there. Bar Canada. It's a a great place. So book your room today. The D.com. That's right, the D.com, the D Las Vegas. Your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas.
It's a new day, and it's coming at you fast. It could be the day your workforce doubles, or the day your visitors quadruple. With Comcast Business, you'll have what you need to take on every twist and turn, like the flexibility to control multiple Wi-Fi networks from anywhere, and the power of the nation's largest gig speed network, the one that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a great offer for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Want even more speed? Ask her to get up to 10 gigs for your small business. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits per second internet and one voice line. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Compares Comcast Business 10 gig EDI with AT&T 1 gig.
Everyone's favorite time of the year is right around the corner. College football season. To celebrate, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app, is putting new players in the center of the action with $200 in free bets instantly if you bet $1 or more on any college football game. You heard right. DraftKings is giving all new players $200 in free bets instantly when you place a bet of $1 or more on any college football game, no matter what. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 971TheTicket to receive $200 in free bets when you place a $1 bet on any college football game. That's code 971TheTicket for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 800-270-7117. 21 and over. Michigan only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions.
97.1 The Ticket and Beaumont's Student Heart Check program provides a healthy heart check for students whose families might not otherwise be able to afford it. Go to 971theticket.com, search Student Heart Check, and help make a difference in our community.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
How do your clients know that?
Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first.
So wait, you do it because you have to?
No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them.
Get to know them how?
We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle, so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better when our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why